This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Conway, South Carolina, Brooks Stadium, and home of the teal-clad Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the UL Monroe Warhawks, squaring off with another Sun Belt foe, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Chanticleers will put total leather to crank us up. Makes the catch inside his 30 and wants much, much more. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. So the Warhawks offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the Warhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just feeds the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Campbell. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Warhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Using his legs, it's 4th. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let checked out. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And the Warhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. So Coastal Carolina's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him. Sometimes you play zone. Mix it up. Give different looks because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Tight end now in motion. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Let's it fly. Another incompletion on third down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And the Chanticleers will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. He's going to run it. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
The Warhawks in a good spot here with second and short. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And the Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And off to the single back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Warhawks are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, UL Monroe.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They go to the ground. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Chanticleers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Chanticleers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Chanticleers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. It's a draw. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the Chanticleers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keep it on the ground. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To the air, it's Morris. Oh, they're after him. Back open in the middle. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking deep. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Off-play action on first down. Got his man on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Warhawks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Quick step and go. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. We've reached the end of the period, and it's Louisiana Monroe out front. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the first down?
Yeah, and it helps, too, when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Coastal! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
The Warhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Throws to the back. Caught. And they'll knock him down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
And the Warhawks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
The Warhawks have this offense rolling. Right back to the well. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Warhawks will punt it away on 4th down. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to... Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The Chanticleers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Nice move to keep running. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And the Chanticleers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Chanticleers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He leaves it with his back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
And the Chanticleers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Got enough space. Touchdown, Chanticleer. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Makes the catch inside his 30 and looking for room. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Warhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And the Warhawks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Scanning the field is Collier. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Here comes the heat. And some room to work. Ball is free. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The shot that clears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Collier. Dances away to buy time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the shot that clears the lineup, punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Stadium.
The Warhawks will kick it away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose down the middle. At the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands. This frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, is because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top, 81 yards on the touchdown pass. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Kept it, and he's past the marker. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Handoff to the single running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. A strike downfield. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On the run, it's 4th. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And here's a fumble way on the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gives it on the option. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Oh, he missed it. No good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Warhawks!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Sends it back in motion. The snap sets up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Finding an escape route. He has the first and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Collier. Unleashes it. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
I'll tell you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
And the Warhawks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Chanticleers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Collier. Look out, he's got room. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, quarterback had nowhere to go with it deep down the field, so he found his back, just hoping he could maybe make something happen with it, but the defense rallied, made a nice tackle, setting up 4th down.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Goes to the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And that's a play you may look back on when this thing's all said and done as a key play in the game. 4th down, one the offense absolutely has got to be able to come up with. And I love the play call because you're going option and you're putting it on your quarterback to make the right decision. The pitch guy was where the ball had to go, and he's able to use his speed just enough to pick up the first.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Just when they're looking run, now on top. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Back to pass, it's Collier. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The field goal is no good. Missed an opportunity for a little cushion. The lead is still 5.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Here's the heat. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Punt is on its way. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Edwards. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Collier. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He'll pitch it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
To the ground with the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. And the Chanticleers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Chanticleers have their offense in high gear. The give on the option. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware of that. It's got to be frustrating because you just allowed another 1st down, fresh set coming up. You've got to do something to stop this bleeding.
Let's get that touch. Trying to pound it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Coastal!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the middle. All by himself. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
A good start by this offense, something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
The Warhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And third and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big third down stop.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Looking for room. It's Edwards. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down. And the Chanticleers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Throwing right. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That much time for any good QB in college football is not going to equal success for your defense. The defense has to do a better job trying to get pressure on the quarterback. He's way too comfortable.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Griffin. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Warhawks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
The Warhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Snagged in the middle. It's Griffin. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30, it would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback extends the play. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And I know they're down by a couple possessions, but you got to get the 1st down, and I feel like he did a good job understanding that. Scrambling for the 1st down, new set of downs, but we still got to put this thing in fast mode. We got to go as fast as we possibly can and take some shots down the field.
And the Warhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the timing just a hair off.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And that is a play you got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.